You could probably tell I'm muted, but here I am speaking now. So now you can hear me. Yay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Free Gift Friday. I just got um, off text with Liz, and she said she's coming right on. So there she is. So
here I am.
I see you. I see you.
Hello.
I see you. I see you. Can you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. So I'm heading on over to our Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group so that we can broadcast this live, so that for those people who might want to join us, but it might not be for some reason appropriate, they can just tune in over on our Facebook group, and I'll be keeping little notes about who's here and who's joining, and that way we can have an accurate way of knowing who is our wonderful winner today. So it's Free Gift Friday with Liz, the Sales Whisperer.
Yay!
And Liz is absolutely amazing when it comes to really all things sales, but not salesy. Is that a good way for me to say that, Liz?
Works for me. Okay. I don't like sales.
Yeah, I know, right? So before we we're headed over to Facebook, and before we get really fully started, I just want to acknowledge everybody who took the time to actually join us on the Zoom. And Lynn, Dina, Janet,
Yay.
Vaughn, I want to welcome you and give you an opportunity to just hop on camera really quickly, if you don't mind. Lynn, if you take yourself off mute and just say your name and what your business is.
Hi, I'm Lynn Gallant. I am in health, wellness, nutrition education, just all about wholeness and being clean. My business is Juice Plus, Tower Garden, and now Clean Crafted Wines from Scout and Cellar.
So basically, Lynn, you're the health and wellness guru, and you have a number of different platforms where you can help us with that, including healthy libations. I like
it. A way to just clean it up just a little bit to make you feel a little less.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Make you feel better the next day. Yeah.
I know, and you're going to be doing a Free Gift Friday for us coming up, so I'm sure everybody is looking forward to learning more about your the wine portion of your business, right, ladies?
Yes, I know they are.
Dina, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How is everybody? Happy Friday. So I am Dina Otrin. I'm a licensed professional counselor in private practice in Westbrook.
And Dina's going to be actually helping us out a little bit. You might have noticed that she's helping us out with the moderator role in the group, and also she's going to be talking to us a little bit later on in the schedule for, I think it's August, right, Dina? You're going to be
we haven't finalized anything yet, but we will.
But we're going to be talking about, she's in mental health and talking about how we can be healthier mentally, especially in times like this, because we could all use a little bit of help in that direction. And I feel as though maybe mental health is something that we kind of push under the rug, or maybe we don't pay as much attention to as we should. And I'm so excited to have Dina as part of our inner circle to provide some of the support that we all need, every single one of us. Janet, tell me, what's up? And unmute. It's fine. There you are. I still can't hear you. Nope. Okay, Meredith, you want to go next? Welcome. Just say your name, your business, and thanks for PauseBox, which I got today.
Woo! I'm Meredith. I'm the creator of PauseBox.
Well, alrighty then. So I can just show you guys PauseBox, since Meredith is not really saying a lot of words. So this is my PauseBox, and I haven't opened it yet, but it came in the mail today. So looking forward to all that wonderful, wonderful self-care for the rest of this year that I have to look forward to. Awesome. And then Yvonne, if you're available to just introduce yourself and your business.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yvonne Joy. I'm a family nurse practitioner. I have my own private practice called Freedom Primary Care. I provide direct primary care, which means I do not accept insurance. I'm direct to consumer primary care. My model is monthly membership fees to cover all of your primary care needs, including women's health, pap smears, birth control counseling, STI screening, and treatment. And I'm really happy to be a part of this group, women empowering women. And so thanks for being so inviting and welcoming.
I'm so happy you're here, Yvonne, and I think it's an interesting model for sure, and I look forward to talking to you more about your business. Janet, do you think you can come off mute, or is it not working for you today? If it's not, I can say many nice things about you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, wow. Hi, everyone. I'm Janet, and I'm a profit coach serving small business owners. I help them find money in their business every single month. We do this regularly, and I can't wait to restart this business I'm working on. So
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome, Janet. And Janet is so modest. She is an MBA. She's the real deal when it comes to actually knowing how to organize your business. So I'm really looking forward to her really participating in the group in a big way and supporting us and helping us to understand how to actually find that money in our business. And Michelle is just joining us. Michelle, we were just introducing ourselves around the room so everybody knows who everybody is. And if you don't mind, would you be kind enough to introduce yourself and your business very briefly, though?
Hi, I'm Michelle Smiley. I do all kinds of different cards for businesses to help you stay connected with your clients and with your prospects. And I do them all by hand.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
I would love to see what your cards look like. So if you are open to it, I invite you to certainly post pictures over on the Facebook group so that we can all enjoy having beautiful things to look at today. Thank you, Michelle, and welcome. Welcome to those of you who are new members. Welcome to those of you who are old friends. And of course, welcome to our one and only Liz Dederer. Liz, darling.
Hello, love.
So how's it going? What's up?
Fabulous. It is going really good. I'm happy.
Awesome. So
yeah.
I'm really excited that you took advantage of the opportunity to talk to us a little bit about sales. And I would invite you to just share with the group what it is that you do, because I know you and I just assume everybody does, or where exactly have they been, like under a bridge somewhere? So who are you?
So
what do
I
you do?
am Liz Dederer. Who am I? What do I do? I do whatever it takes. I'm Liz Dederer, founder, CEO of Selling with Service, creator of the Sales School for Entrepreneurs. And if you had told me 10 years ago that I'd be doing anything in sales training or anything like that, I would have laughed you out the door. I'm a 5-time entrepreneur. This is business number 4, and I have business number 5 starting and growing. And my journey has really been very client-led. So everything that I teach in sales, and my professional background before this, as I was growing my other ventures, I was building my career along the side too. I was in retail. I started in the stores. I went on to the corporate side in wholesale. I was vice president sales and marketing for Serge Azria, the co-founder of BCBG, his line Joie. I was vice president sales and marketing for the shoe line. I then went into executive search for a number of years, working specifically with venture capital backed retail organizations that were in high growth or turnaround. And then the recession. So there was no growth and there was no turnaround. So, things pivoted, and I despise that word now, but that's what I did at the time. And played with some different business ventures, getting them off the ground, all things from selling clothes online before eBay was cool, web design and marketing. I had a web design and marketing agency prior to Selling with Service. So I've been around the block, not my first rodeo, and everything that I teach and talk about, just my whole MO is that it all comes down to just human connections.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And
Feels easier, more fun. Yeah.
I just want to say hi to the ladies over on Facebook. We have quite a few women over there who have joined us.
Hey,
Jamie,
hi Facebook.
Yeah, Jamie's over there. Erica and Garland, my dear, dear friend, is watching with you. Yola is over there. Diana is over there. Noelle is over there. Leslie, hey, Leslie. Everybody is just tuning in to send you lots of love, Liz.
Awesome.
So, thank you for coming today. So I appreciate that you have had this diverse experience as far as business and sales is concerned, because I feel like there are no mistakes and there are no accidents. And it is no accident that you have had to deal with a recession, and you have had to deal with selling clothes online, and you have had to grow a network marketing type business into the 7-figure category. Is that what we're talking about? With without saying the name of the business, and just all these experiences that you've had over the time that you have been working has put you in this position now to be able to be an expert for us and to be a guide and to be supportive of us in growing our business. And I want to say hi to Julia, because you just joined us. Julia is with Untamed Hearts, and she also has beautiful jewelry, which she will post over on our Facebook group so that we can all have beautiful things to look at today. Awesome. So Liz, when it comes to sales, how you and I met was through eWomen, and you were so kind. I always tell people I'm the realist. And if I'm on Zoom with spinach in my teeth, I need for you to tell me. I don't need for you to sugarcoat it in any way. You need to be like, girl, look, deal with it. And Liz spoke to my heart, because sales is not my thing. And perhaps my presentation about my business was not ideal. And Liz pulled me one side and said, not so much. And that's how Liz and I became the best friends. True story, right?
Yep.
So tell us, what are some of the things that we should be doing and don'ting as far as sales goes?
Yeah, well, I mean, really it comes down to such a backwards question, because my first response is don't shit on yourself, right? I mean, that's the first thing we should be doing, is to stop shitting on. That's the reality of it. What I found to be true, whether it's someone who's entering a network marketing direct sales company, whether it's someone who's green in their career and they're stepping into any sort of sales role, financial services or anything like that, whether it's someone who's had a tremendous career in corporate and now they're like, I want to go do my own thing, or someone who's been an entrepreneur and now they're starting something different, the same thing happens across the board. And it's that all of a sudden we get weird. We just get weird. We get weird about talking about what we're doing. We think that we need to be like, everyone's like, yes, I see you all. You're like, I know. We get weird. We get weird about how we need to show up. We think that there's like this protocol that we need to do. But here's the thing. Here's like the holy shift moment, right? What we think we should be doing is the thing that turns us off. But it's all that we see out there. Is that really weird, awkward, like, hi, it's so great to meet you. Do you want to buy my thing? Like, that's what we see out there, because that's like the loudest sales noise, but it repulses us. But then we don't have like a really good model of what to do instead. So what we should be doing is stop shitting on ourselves, thinking that we need to be doing these really weird, awkward things. There's a little teeny tiny ounce of truth to that when you're trying something new, it is going to feel awkward the first time you're doing it, for sure. And this just comes into, there goes the snap in the hand. You guys, any mom out there knows what that meant. Always. out. You know, it's when you step into these conversations and you start to get weird, and I just totally lost my train of thought. Give me 2 seconds for it to come back. Come on, words, right back to me. Something about getting weird, and you know, this is real life, right? This is real life, guys. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show that it is.
We call it mommy brain.
Mommy brain, for real. Like, if I don't have it all bullet pointed out. Anywho, the moral of the story is, when we get into this place of like that we think we need to be doing something and we're shooting on ourselves, that's what it was. It was the kind of muscle memory. Oh, the irony of that. When we're doing anything that feels for the first time or the couple times, there's going to be an element of this is weird because it's different. And then this just becomes that grown up within us that has high emotional intelligence that says, is it starting to feel more normal, or is it really just awkward and weird? And how you are going to be served best in sales, in business, in life. Yeah, there's things we need to grow and push on to make ourselves better, but it really comes down to doubling down on your strengths, which means selling the way that we've seen it be done in that weird, awkward way works for that person. If that's not you, don't try it on. Take it off. If you have more of a conversational approach, right? Like, do you, boo? If you have more of a, I really just want to sit around and just like talk to people and just, I want to feel good about things, that's awesome. Do that. It doesn't mean, conversely, that you're out there having bobblehead conversations for hours upon hours. One mentor of mine says very profoundly that great conversations are the fastest way to go broke. You're just sitting there all day talking to people and you're like, oh my God, that was a really amazing conversation. Thank you. How's that helping anything other than like that atta girl, right? I mean, sometimes we do have to fill that up, but there's a balance, right? There's a really beautiful in between. Instead of that weird salesy, hey, so great to meet you, here's my business card, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, don't do that. And then conversely, don't do the runaway train, talking about your life story, never landing it, and the 15-minute coffee chat turns into 6 days. The beautiful in between is that you have that feeling of that really girlfriendy chat conversation with a framework to it. That's the difference, with a framework to it. It's not a script. I call it a script. We use those words just so that people kind of know what we're talking about. I call it sales because now you know what we're talking about, but it really is just having intentional business conversations as yourself with a framework to protect yourself from yourself. Was that resonating? I got it. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
So do's and don'ts, those are really some great pieces of advice as far as I can see. It brings to mind a conversation that I was having earlier with another member of Ladies Power Lunch group, and about just, you know, about the same kind of thing. Just, I don't really like to be in sales conversations, but I really enjoy having conversations. And so getting to that happy medium, that's where the real gold is. And I think certainly from being a part of Liz's sales school, I have definitely learned a lot about how to find that happy medium, how to not have conversations that last 500 days, but to set a framework for the conversation that we're about to have, and then also set an expectation of what is actually happening during this conversation. That, I feel, makes a big bit of difference as well. So another thing that we're all kind of focused on right now, especially since we're working from home, and I know I ask you this all the time and your answer seems to always be the same, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Oh boy. How
about tech? Any tech things that you suggest for having better sales?
Now the pressure's on. I have to remember, what do I say all the time? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I was like, don't know. My brain just like, did you guys say that? I panicked. I was like, what's the right answer? So funny. No, it's the phone. You're 100% right. At the end of the day, you know, we have to operate our businesses as service professionals, as people who are we're selling an extension of ourselves to another human. And whether it's, I'm trying to remember all the businesses on here, I think Meredith, yours might be the most different in that it's really productized and that sort of thing. But to some degree, you're even going to have conversations with bigger people at bigger companies to score bigger deals. It's still human to human contact, right? You've got a huge online component, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, there's always an element of human to human contact and connection with what we're doing. And this is it, guys. This is as fancy as it needs to be. We have to operate our businesses like it's 1980 and the internet is just not a thing. Like, that's it. You pick up the phone, you talk to another human. There's no email, right? Sorry. Because what do I say about email? For anyone who's heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. Email is for confirmation, not for conversation. You cannot have two monologues and mistake it for a dialogue. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I was in class that day. I totally remember that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
So before we go to talk about what you're offering for today, any words of wisdom that if we, you know, don't take any of the advice that you give us today just because we're really hard-headed and headstrong, what's the one thing you want us to leave understanding when it comes to sales?
Yeah, I actually just wrote it down because I was like, I got to hit these points hard. So I talked about the framework. I want to give you what that framework is to protect ourselves from ourselves. Is a 3-point formula. So this is totally a writer downer. We think in a sales conversation or anything that it's like a 50-50, 60-40 of who's talking and who's listening kind of a thing. And it's not 100% wrong, but it's missing one component. And that's why my formula is 3 parts. And it's 80% of any conversation. And I say sales conversation, but that's with like big air quotes. 80% of any conversation is the other person talking, AKA you listening. Right? 80% of any conversation. And this is, I have tested this with government conversations, legal conversations, navigating the school system, sales conversations, like across the board. This is your formula for life. Relationship conversations, everything. Parenting, woo, it's a killer in parenting. And if that doesn't work, the old snap and point. So 80% of any conversation is the other person talking, AKA you listening. 15% of any conversation, and this is where the other formulas miss it, 15% is you asking questions. If Alex Trebek would not allow it on Jeopardy, it does not leave your mouth. There are a few exceptions to that, which are, help me understand that better. Can you tell me more about that? Keep going, that was really interesting. Can you say that differently? Those sort of things technically aren't questions, but you know what I mean. It's what are you doing to keep getting that 80% out of them? Only 5% of any given conversation is where I say permission to speak freely is granted. That's it. And even that is broken down into a little bit of introduction in the beginning, just to affirm that they're in the right place. Like you said, Devi, of managing expectations, and a wee bit of invitation towards the end. Nowhere did I say pitch, because we don't do that. And the keys to this being successful, there are 2 critical keys to this being successful. 1, you are 100% unattached to outcomes. Yes. 100% unattached to outcomes. You cannot want it more than they do, because then you miss all the signs, you miss everything you're listening for. It's like going on a first date and you're like, oh my God, this is going to be the one. And it's like, no, you're just collecting red flags to hang a noose by your, I mean, like, we've all done that, right? So don't do that.
I feel like maybe you need to bump that up to number 1, because I feel like if you set an intention, and you guys know how I'm all about intentions and all that woo-woo crap. So if you set an intention at the very beginning that, you are very open to whatever the outcome of this conversation is. If it goes great, yay. If it goes not so great, also yay. Then I feel the energy that you bring to the conversation is so different.
It is, and I want to put another end cap on this, because these are kind of parentheses to the 80-15-5. So one side is definitely that you're unattached to outcomes. What I know to be true about women, nurturers, service providers is that can be a really unboundaried situation, and we end up just kind of like giving ourselves away, or it could be way too loosey-goosey. So the other parentheses around this 80-15-5 is adopting the mindset early and often that they're already a client. You're unattached to outcomes because they're already a client. Here's what that looks like. You're showing up in service energy. You're helping, you're supporting. If they've got questions, you've got answers. The way this is really successful is when you know in your business where that starting point is with an actual client. You know that there's a line. I can't work with somebody unless they come into the sales school. I can't work with somebody as a strategic client unless they go through my processes so I can understand their personality, their Colby, their Myers-Briggs, their blah, blah, blah. Like that's a boundary for me. I can't help
Getting
you.
a lot of hearts over here on Facebook for you.
Good.
Anne says, yay, Liz, you're talking my magic.
That's it, girl. Got you. So it's really knowing that starting point of when you officially start to work with someone. That's not when they become a client. That's when you're like, yeah, let's set a play date. That's what that energy is. Like, we're talking and we're texting and we're doing this and we're blah, blah, blah. And you got a question, I got an answer, and that's awesome. And it's all well and good, because you would do that for any of your clients for sure. And then there's going to be that moment where you're like, that one, we're going to need to dive deeper on that one. Like, it just, even if I were to give you something, it would actually be a disservice. So if you want to talk about how we can dive deeper, let's do that. I'm sorry, did that sound like a freaking sales pitch? No, they're already a client. I'm unattached to outcomes. It's up to you. Do you, boo. I'm not pushing myself. If you want me to help you, here I am. But other than that, I'm good. Why do I want to help someone who doesn't want to be helped? I did that in my last relationship. I'm good. Bye. Like, I'm all right with that. See you later. And it's really healthy. And then when they step into the boundary, when they step over the line and they're like, yeah, I want to play, you get all of me, right? That's it. And it's so much easier. Awesome. Thank you guys for all the love on this. It's just, I'm slightly passionate about this.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
Just
So
that's
that. It's how we protect ourselves from ourselves, because when we are delivering prematurely, when the client's not ready to receive it, we are doing them a disservice.
This is true. This is true. Absolutely.
We're putting a Band-Aid on an internal hemorrhage. And I'm no doctor, but I don't think that's the right approach, because it's going to keep bleeding. Yeah. It's self-gratification. It's satisfying our own ego. And sometimes, listen, we have to work for atta-girls. We don't get atta-girls. The stronger we are, I heard you say some stubborn women. Hi. The stronger we are, the more alpha we are, the more go-getter we are. It's really hard to, ask for help or anything. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Well, that was tremendous. We appreciate that so much. And now tell us a little bit about what you're giving away today, because it is Free Gift Friday, guys.
It is Free
What
Gift
is
Friday.
your free gift?
So free gift is any course within the Sales School for Entrepreneurs. And it's this big old bucket of lots of stuff from over the years. So you and I would jump on a call together, figure out where you are, what's going on with you. And then I'll just hand select to cut out all the noise and just say, do this one. There, that one. That's the one you need specific for you right now. So
sounds fantastic. It sounds fantastic. And for all of us on the call, because we are all winners, we all have an opportunity to connect with Liz and connect with her, her gateway. So don't feel like you're missing out or you're left out, because if you did not win the grand prize today, you can still always hop on to Liz's call, and Liz's call website is
callwithliz.com.
there we go. All right. And I just want to show everybody that we do have a spinning wheel.
Woo!
For prize selection.
So fun.
But see, this is where it gets tricky, because I have more people on the call today than we have slots on the wheel. And so, Liz, I'm going to invite you to choose a number, please, between 1 and 18.
1 and 18. Lily, pick a number between 1 and 18.
So Bad Gorilla.
Pick a number between 1 and 18.
16.
16.
And guess who's the winner? Pam Drzwicki.
Ah, Pam, yay!
Pam Drzwicki. There are no accidents, none whatsoever. But I feel like this is an opportunity for all of us, because I'm sure everybody would love the opportunity to have a conversation with Liz and then have Liz just pick out the perfect class from her, assemblage of classes and say, here, have this one. So I invite you guys to go on Liz's schedule and just select a time that works for you. And
also, if they go to my website, I totally forgot that I had this there, because you don't have to be real bright to be in business for yourself. On my main website, sellingwithservice.com, I have a resources page with just like a whole bunch of free trainings on there too. So sellingwithservice.com, tab resources or /resources, and just a whole bunch of stuff to get you started too. Janet and I had a conversation the other day, and Anya.
Pointed her in the right direction. I love that. Awesome. Awesome. So guys, I want to say to you, thank you so much for tuning in today for Free Gift Friday. Thank you to Liz for coming and just sharing this wealth of knowledge and information. We do have 3 events scheduled for next week. We're going to be talking about course creation. We're going to have Free Gift Friday, and we're going to have another Ladies Power Lunch coffee break next week, Friday as well. And we're going to be talking about Canva 201. So we already did the 101, where we kind of learned the basics of how to use Canva. And now we're going to kick it up a notch and learn how to make even better graphics to support our businesses. So I invite you all to just watch the feed on our Ladies Power Lunch Facebook group, and that way you will see exactly when the events are, and you can just register if it fits in with your time schedule and parameters. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Oh, I have one more thing to say. We had planned to have a fall summit. It was scheduled for September 21st. And then we had this wonderful opportunity to rest called COVID and quarantine. And so it was kind of on the back burner, and we weren't particularly planning to have it. And then Spirit said to me, girl, you gotta have the fall summit. So it's happening. We're in planning mode right now. So if you have any input that you would like to provide, I invite it. And I ask you to just go ahead and mark your calendars now for our fall summit, which is coming up on September 21st. It's a Monday. It's going to be 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And you know how our summits run. They're a little bit different. They are experiential in their design. And so you're going to come, you're going to actually be doing stuff the whole day, learning through doing, and having a good time with each other as well. Have a great weekend, everybody. I love you all, truly, from my heart. Can you tell? And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.